and then he popped off. Oh, big, here's a good one, here's a good one. Yeah, this one is. Welcome back to another outdoors operation, baby. Today's something a little bit different. I'm not going for any catch and cooks or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out and help you figure out how to catch fish in high muddy waters, as you saw in the title. This is what we're working with. And I understand for some of you, this ain't nothing, right? This is calm for some of you, I get it. But around me, most of the streams tend to be super clear most of the time. They're not normally high and raging. So this is much different than what the stream would normally look like. It would normally be 1.5 foot lower and you could see all the way to the bottom. So you gotta obviously change your tactics, how you're fishing, where you're fishing, what you're using when there's higher and muddier waters. And the number one tip, most obvious, is gonna be something shiny, something a little heavier. When there's current like this, the fish are gonna be hugging out at the bottom in the calmer pools and on the side currents. This nice little red and gold little Cleo here is my go-to every single time for muddy and high waters. Just because it gives off a super good shine. They can see it, I can see it coming through the water when it gets close to me, so I know they can see it. So that'd be your first two tips. Something shiny, something colorful. When I say colorful, I don't mean rainbow colors. I just mean a bright silver or a bright gold. So like I mentioned earlier, you're always gonna, the high muddy waters, number one thing is fishing the shorelines, right? Because this water is gonna, see how just fast it is out there in the far side over there? Look how calm it is over here. It's kind of like common knowledge that the fish are gonna be hiding out in these calmer, deeper pockets, kinda. So, see if I can't back up what I'm saying on my first cast. Probably not. Oh yeah, right behind it. Watch, watch, watch. One went right for it at the last second. Look at that big old brown right there. Oh shoot. Dang. When it's muddy, water's high, obviously their vision is not going to be as good, so they might not see it the first, second, third time. So you're going to want to throw a few casts, fish it real good, and we'll see if there's anything else hiding out over here. Another tip is you're always going to want to hold your rod tip super low. So you don't want it up here fishing downstream. You want it almost level with the water. That's just going to give, what you're able to do when you're doing that is you don't really need to reel. You kind of just slowly reeling, and the current is doing most of that work, keeping it off bottom and giving it action. So like I said though, you want to hit this. I'm gonna probably be here for the next 5 minutes, just same exact cast, because sometimes you just got to have that one perfect cast where you throw it right in front of their face. So tip number 5, I don't even know anymore. You don't really want to cast, I mean you can, this isn't a huge deal here, but you don't really want to cast just directly in the area you're fishing, right? You want to bring it through the area you're fishing. So you're going to cast in the current. You're not expecting a fish out there, but you're letting that current bring it right into that calm area, because that's going to give it the most natural presentation. Because that's how food gets brought to them, really. They sit in these calm pockets, current pushes food right off to them. So you're just going to kind of try to imitate that. Oh, whoa, look at that, look at that. Look at that brown right behind it. Oh man, I so hope that I got that. That was wicked cool. He followed it up all the way. He wanted it. He just sucks at hunting, I guess. Look at that. You do not need to be far out there at all when these waters are muddy like this. That right there really just goes to show you how far these fish get pushed close to shore. It's fine, I suppose. Monster. It's a monster. Caught the Loch Ness monster, boys. What is, these hooks suck, dude. Every fish has just fallen right off. But all right. In all seriousness, though, oh Jesus Christ. My brain ain't working. I'm trying to talk and words ain't coming out. I want to hook into another big one though, like that. Before I even started recording, I had a big one on, like 19, 20 inches easy, right up to the shore, and then he popped off. Oh, big, here's a good one, here's a good one. Yeah, this one is, it's a good 15, 16 incher, maybe 17. I don't really know where to land him here. I'm gonna try down here. Look at that. All right. That is a good lunch right there, baby. Look at that trout, pretty as ever. Wow. That's why I love trout fishing, man. Well, that sucks. I got a hole in these boots and my trout just started swimming away on the stick. And I just completely sunk my foot in there to grab him back. So that sucks because now I'm wet. But hey, that's why you always secure your stringer. Not that long ago, actually. It's like April 2nd, second day after trout opened. I caught a trout. Well, I didn't even catch the trout. I caught the stringer that the trout was attached to just out in the middle of the water. So always lock your stringers down, man. Man, I wish I had the camera on for that one. That was cool. I was lifting the lure. Look how much line I got out. I haven't reeled at all since he hit. I was just lifting my line right out of the water to recast, and he hit it as it was midair, lift out of the water. That was sick. Okay. And I am gonna keep him. I did not plan on keeping any trout. I'm gonna keep him though. He's hooked right in the eye, and it's like right below his eye. I don't even want to put him back in and have him suffer like that. So I'm gonna go bonk him with a rock real quick before I take the hook out, because it's gonna hurt. And then he's gonna go on the pan later tonight. Well, I guess there ain't too much else to go over with that. Just to recap, it's not that hard, man. Once you get the understanding of it and some practice, there's like 3 or 4 simple things to it, right? Fish the edges, fish the shorelines, always. I caught 3 or 4 fish, maybe even more than that, no more than 3 feet out from me, right? So they are hugging the shorelines where there's the less current. It's where they can conserve the most amount of energy because they don't have to battle all the current, right? So calm pockets along the shores, on the bottom, not all the time, right? Fish are gonna be at different levels, but a lot of the time what I've seen is I do really good when I'm just scraping the bottom, right? So fish the bottom, and always you gotta find the lure that works, right? Because fish aren't, think about humans, are you gonna eat any food in front of you? No, probably not. Well, some of you, yeah, but you know what I mean though? It's like, sometimes what you're throwing they just don't want. And why this is common knowledge, a lot of people don't really think of it like that. They'll be out fishing, throwing something, how is there no fish here? It's such a good spot, right? It's because they don't want what you got. Change it up. Make sure you got something colorful. And like I said earlier, I don't mean rainbow, pink, blue, orange combined. No, none of that. I just mean something particularly, in my opinion, gold. Flashing gold is really good, or silver. Or like a straight blue. That'll do as well. That sticks out. Those are like the 3. Those are like the 3 that I find works really good and stick out the most in muddy water. So other than that, there's not too many tips. Just stay persistent, stay with it. Yeah, I guess short little video, kind of pointless maybe, but I hope I at least helped 1 or 2 of you out. So if I did, I'd appreciate you commenting. Let me know what I did help you out on, what part you learned, or if you learned anything. And yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned for the next outdoors operation. Lots of them coming soon. Thank you.